Hey guys, Smoking Uncle Frank here. Another video. Um, Pros and cons. This is regarding to the new one, the Grimburg carry. I was thinking about it. I was thinking about, and I've been thinking, actually been reconsidering. I know I was all down on the Pistol 68 long ago when it first came out because I was having O-ring troubles, and after firing it only 2 times and then not being able to find the right O-rings or anything, that really kind of soured it for me because I couldn't fix the thing. I couldn't get, and I just didn't want to go through the hassle of sending it in and going through all the waiting and all the. It just didn't seem worth it to me, and that's why I went with the Grimburg carry, even though I had to wait a long time to get it. It does have stronger O-rings. It does have much beefier O-rings because I've seen some pictures of it. If you don't believe me, go look at Grimburg's site. They got it online there. You can see what goes into it. You can see a basic look of the inside of the thing. Just smoking a little bit of I forget what it's called. It is called H&H Dark Flake. Good stuff. Oh, one of the pros the Pistol does have is that it's got the puncture that you can just snap it and puncture it. Okay. I don't think that's a big problem because the Grimburg carry, it's got the twist thing. Okay, yeah, you gotta use another hand, but it's quick. I'm doing this because I got it on right now. Okay, and this is a pro to me. Okay, concealability, I got it on right now. There it is. And it's in a pretty simple little holster I got, a cheapy holster that I had back there that it worked in, as well as that other one that I showed you that, I forget the name of it, but inside the waistband. Alright, here's the holster. It's just nothing really to it. Now the con to having something like the Pistol, I don't know if it would fit in this. I don't know if I tried it or not, or even a bigger gun. Or it works with it works with the burner. The con to something like this is that it has a mag release on it, and I've had problems with guns like this and holsters like this where the mag release gets pushed, and I actually had it happen with this one here. It long ago where I had to actually buy more magazines because the magazine popped out, fell on the floor, and it of course landed down this way and broke this. And you ain't gonna buy replacement parts for it. You just gotta buy a whole new magazine. So that can get to be a pain in the ass. As far as charging this thing up, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot. The con to this is, and this is one thing that I can say that I would be concerned with, and that because I was carrying it around in my other holster, my oh, I forget the name of it again. Once again, the one I showed you earlier, that bigger holster, the one that's made by what's the name of that company? I'll tell you later when I remember. But is the fact that this thing here, it tends to want to unthread itself, and so I had to constantly kind of be aware. Now I don't know how tightly you can tighten it down to where it's going to stay or not. I'm going to test that out later on in another video I got coming up where I'm going to do some destruction. I'm going to do a little testing and some comparison between this and some other markers that I have back there for destruction purposes, just to see the difference between them. Okay. Anyway, just what are there any other cons that I can think of? Well, one of the biggest pro, like I said, is that this is small. and very concealable, very easily concealed, and you don't really have to have a real high-end. Um, this is a 1791 holster. You can get them on Amazon. I bought this a long time ago, and I thought about it last night, and I thought, well, I wonder if it'll work. And it actually does work, because I carried it with me. I carried it around, been carrying it around on me for a while. It sticks out a little bit, but it's in your pants, so it doesn't really matter. It's not like not like it's a problem. And technically speaking, you could pretty much charge this up while it's hanging off of you. All you could do is reach over and twist it, and then you're ready to go when you want to pull it out. So uh, maybe maybe a second or two difference in time, but I don't think it'd be a real terrible problem. The question is the comparison of and that's why I want to do that video. I want to compare it against a couple other markers and see what the difference is. I got some heavy pans that I'm going to shoot at, and we're going to see what kind of denting and or penetration we get out of these different markers, and go from there, and maybe just give you a better idea whether or not you think it's a viable option for you. For me, I think it's a viable option. I think right now I'm getting about 30. Last time I fired it, I was getting about around 30 joules, and I think 30 joules is even a little bit under. I mean, let's not get all crazy about things and say, okay, well, it was only 29 point something or 28. You know what? A couple of points isn't going to really make a huge difference. I think anything 20 and above is going to hurt enough to make somebody want to just not bother with you. That's just my personal thoughts on it. You don't need no crazy 50, 60 joules, because now you're talking about the possibility of actually maybe even killing somebody, unless that's what you're looking to do, of course. Anyway, anyway, as I think of other cons and other pros, I will add them to it. And anybody's got any other ideas themselves, please tell me. One real problem for some people might be that with this holster here, you're not going to get it in a holster with any kind of laser sight on it. So, that might be an issue for some. Still waiting on the piece for my the missing link here, the little thing there, and I'm waiting on. I contacted Grimburg because I was looking at the. I don't know if I mentioned this before or not, so I'm going to go over it again. I noticed that on my invoice that it was still processing, and then I looked down at the bottom of the invoice and it said barrel not sent. Well, I ordered this thing with the 5.7-inch barrel. This has only got an under 4-inch barrel on it. So I contacted them. They said yes, we're still making the barrel. We're going to send that to you as soon as we get it, and along with this piece here, along with also they're going to send me a link to where I can buy a spare set of O-rings for it, just to have, because I think it'd be a good thing, just to, even if I never use them, just a peace of mind knowing that if I need to, I can replace an O-ring here and there in it without having any problems, because I don't know if these O-rings are something that maybe later on somebody will find somewhere where you can just buy them online from some O-ring place or whatever. But for now, I think the O-rings are kind of specialized. They're super heavy duty. I know that. So I guess Grimburg took that into account, which is why they don't really have them listed on their website or what. I don't know why they didn't, but I think they really should, because there's a lot of people who would probably like to have them, and you got to cater to the public, I guess. So with that, I'm going to end this video here, and I'm going to go on to my shooting video in a few minutes here, and I'll post. It'll be pretty much back to back with this one. So hope you enjoyed this. Anyways, for now, I don't know. For the for the one guy that was commenting on something, and he was saying, I got a lot of retro stuff. Yeah, I got a lot of retro stuff. So I'll give you a quick tour. Pick up my camera here and go around the room here, and you can see, well, that's my, okay, more retro down there, back there. I got, you notice up there underneath that cloth there, I got a whole bunch of different systems. I don't keep them all plugged in because it's just too much of a hassle. Yeah, my pipe collection and more TVs and my arcade system. Here's my big screen TV with some more systems over there. You've seen those in the video. And pretty much it. Okay, more games down there in those cupboards. More games over there. You've seen all that back there because that's already in every one of my videos. So I got quite a bit of retro stuff. And then of course down here, you see, there's my Vectrex. Got the cover on it right now. And my computer. Got a couple of speakers up there because I don't like the speakers on the computer doesn't even have speakers on it. So anyway, and I dropped something. I dropped the shield that covers my camera up, which I never use because camera's not always on anyways. I don't think it is anyways. I don't know, some people might consider that a problem, but anyway, that's all my retro stuff, guys. You can't see it all. There's some more stuff down back behind there. I got an original Xbox there, and then I've got well, you can see part of it there. And I got the PlayStation 3 there, and I got the Xbox 360, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 3 over there. I got it just underneath something, and yeah. Anyway, a lot of stuff. I'm into the retro, that's for sure. So anyway, that's it, guys, for now. I hope you liked it. If you got any comments, I'd love to hear your comments and any of your pros or cons on this whole deal. But that's it for now, guys. On to the shooting video. Bye-bye.